Hey, welcome to Carpe Noche Grilling. I'm your Chef Nut, and today we're going to do one of my all-time favorites, which is stuffed grilled jalapenos. Great for a tailgate, great for a pool party, just anytime you're grilling. So let's take a minute and look at the ingredients. So first let's start with the stuffing. The stuffing is a combination of Philadelphia cream cheese, Jimmy Dean hot. Now this could be Owens, but this particular case I went with Jimmy Dean. I like to add a little bit of 4-cheese Mexican blend on top of the filling. So that's really the filling. And we're gonna go brown the sausage here in a minute. Then of course, the main attraction are the jalapenos. In this case, it's just 12, but this recipe is designed for 2 dozen. So you'll see when I make the stuffing that I'm going to cut it in half and only use half of it really on the jalapenos. The other key is the bacon for the bacon wrap and the spears that go through and hold the bacon and all the stuffing into the jalapenos. Another critical element is the coring tool for jalapenos. Okay, I'm going to show you how to core the jalapenos here in a minute. And just a regular knife, and of course some refreshments. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, I'm in kind of the early stages here of browning the sausage. The one tip for you is while you're browning the sausage, I go ahead and get a large container, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the cream cheese in here. So there's one. I'll put the other one in here in a second. And the reason we do that in this big dish is we're going to use this to make our mix, our filling. But since we're only going to use about half of it because we're only doing a dozen jalapenos today, we're going to use the other half and add some Rotel and just make a nice queso dip to snack on. But that's really the next step is we'll get the sausage or get the cheese in here. We'll dump the brown sausage on top. That helps melt the cheese. And stay tuned, I'll come back in a few minutes. Welcome back everybody. So as you can see, the sausage is now browned, and I've got the 2 bricks of cream cheese in a large dish. Let's go ahead and we'll put the sausage really right on top of the cream cheese. It'll help get it melted, so then we can mix it up nice and good, okay? All right. So the other thing that I like to do is I like the cream cheese, but I also like to get a little bit of like a Mexican 4-cheese blend to just kind of spice it up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to measure. I call it shake liberally. So that's probably good about right there. And then the best way to stir it that I've found is you just get a large tablespoon and use the back of the tablespoon to stir it up, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing stirred up, and then we'll start prepping the jalapeno. So stay tuned, we'll be back at you in a minute. Hey, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and stirred the filling mixture, and like I said, I'm just using the back of this spoon is what I've found to be the easiest way to mix it up. The other little tip is I just keep the boxes of the cream cheese around because it's a great spot to put the spoon while you're stirring. So now let's go prep the jalapenos. So come on over. I recommend doing this right near the sink because I'm going to leave the water running while I'm doing this. Okay, so you start off, go ahead and wash that off a little bit. And then you start off, you cut the end off. Okay, and then I do a little slit down the inside of the jalapeno. See that split? And here's the coring tool that I mentioned earlier. I pretty much just put this over. You put it in the jalapeno and then you spin it. What you're trying to do is get this husk out right here, okay? And then I rinse off the thing, and then you rinse out the jalapeno. Okay, that one actually worked out pretty good. And occasionally you'll want to get this white stuff out because that's the really hot part of the jalapeno. But there's one. I'm sorry, I used the wrong bowl there. There's one. Now let's do one more real quick and see if I have a similar luck. So that's a little bit fatter jalapeno. You like to get them that are about the size of your finger. Okay, let's chop that off. Need a sharper knife there. The other thing that I recommend is while you're cutting jalapenos, you gotta be very careful not to touch your eyes or your face because this is hot. Okay, so let's go again. So you go straight, you plunge it in and then you start spinning it. Okay, and it gets that core out. See that? And then you got to get all the seeds out of the jalapeno, and then double check the very top to make sure you get all the seeds out. Okay, 2 down, 10 to go. Be back with you in a minute. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. So as you can see, I've got the jalapenos ready to go. I've got my stuffing ready to go. I've got my bacon. I got my little spears here. So I'm going to show you how to stuff the jalapeno. So just grab one, just get a scoop, and just cram it in there, okay? And then as you squeeze it together, you know it's going to start squirting out. But then you take the bacon, and we're going to talk about the bacon here in a minute. You notice that's very thin. That's what you want. You want very thin bacon. I'm a fan of thick bacon when I'm not wrapping jalapenos. But you want thin bacon because it takes too long to cook the thick bacon, and it can make your jalapenos spongy. You want them crisp. So there's an example of one ready to go. Let me do one more, and then we'll take a break and I'll go get the grill ready. Okay, so you just cram the mix in there. Okay. Okay, so kind of squeeze it together, wrap it, and spear it. So the other thing, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna have a lot of cheese dip left, or stuffing left. And that's my other tip for another video. But we're gonna use what's left of this dip. We're gonna put in a can of Rotel Hot into this bowl. We're gonna put it in the oven at 350 until it's bubbling. And that is an excellent queso dip that's not made with your plain old yellow Velveeta. It's made with Philadelphia cream cheese. So anyway, let me finish these up and then we'll get the grill fired up. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. So I've got the jalapeno stuffed, and one thing I forgot to mention is because I was doing only a dozen and not 2 dozen, I only had 1 pack of bacon, and you can see it took almost the entire pack to make these 12 right here. So if you are making 2 dozen, be sure and get 2 packs of bacon. So I'm gonna go get the grill fired up, freshen my drink, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. So we got the grill fired up. I've actually got it at the lowest setting, which I think is gonna be perfect. And key ingredient is the tongs. So we're gonna go ahead and set these out here. And one thing is you'll see is we're gonna use these spears almost as a guide so we can do quarter turns as we cook the jalapenos. Okay? Because the key is you just want to watch the bacon. You want to cook the bacon. Okay, almost got them on. And then we're going to do quarter turns, and because we have these spears, we'll be able to tell which quarter we're on. And I'm going to go ahead and cook with the lid open so I can keep an eye on the bacon. So stay tuned, we'll check back in a minute. Hey, welcome back, everybody. So as you can see, I'm starting the quarter turn process. So you can tell all the ones that I've got the spear pointing up, I've already started a quarter turn. And what we're going to do is just hit every side until the bacon on that side is done. And you can use these spears as kind of a guide. So stay tuned.
What's wrong?
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So as you can see, we're starting another quarter turn here. And you can kind of see how the bacon is cooked on the other side. You know, the only thing about this particular direction right here is this is where the seam is facing bottom, so you are going to lose a little bit of filling during this step, but no fear, they're going to taste great. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. So the jalapenos are about done. So I'm just pulling them off here. Now I do want to comment, I'm showing you kind of the old school way of cooking these on the grill. You can get a little stainless steel bracket that's got holes in them to allow the jalapenos to stay upright. I've got one of those, but today I wanted to kind of show you the old way with the compass method, which is these quadrants. So anyway, they're about done, so stay tuned. I'll show you the final product here in a second. Welcome back everybody. So this is the final product here. It smells great. So if you want to zoom in on the product, so the bacon's all nicely cooked and the jalapenos there, you just probably want to let them rest 5-10 minutes and then dig in. So thanks, and stay tuned to future videos from Carpe Noche Grilling and Barbecue. So see you later everybody.